Hi guys, welcome back to Thursday Top Lessons. Hope you've liked the video so far. Please do subscribe to our channel. This week we're going to discuss why I stopped wearing my socks by Alok Kejriwal, who is the founder of conteststowin.com. Disney had bought one of his companies. It is a memoir that is very easy to traverse. His life journey, business insights, and lessons are put across very astutely. I personally follow him on LinkedIn for his hashtag Dhande Ki Baat, and this book does complete justice to any reader who is looking forward to understanding the journey of an entrepreneur. So, here it goes. The first lesson from this book is about fear and paranoia. He says that I grew up with the feeling that we didn't have enough money. I believe that my drive, restlessness, and ambition spring from this fear. This paranoia made me consistently compete with myself even when not needed. My personal opinion on this is that this paranoia about money can act as a boost if channeled correctly. This exact same feeling makes a lot of kids being derailed in their purpose and outlook in life. Channelization is the key here. Remember in our video of Zlatan how Ferrari Enzo acted as a motivation to perform at Juventus? This is precisely what it is. The next lesson is on learning the basics of business, language, and presentability. So there was an instance where he had went to an ONGC officer and called him Yar, and the ONGC officer told him, "How dare you call me Yar?" This had escalated out of promotions until Mr. Shashi Roya of SR fame had to step in to sort of help him out. So, yes, it is important for the elder one to forgive and mentor the young people, but it is as important that the young must learn the basics of business, language, and presentability. So, unless they're pretty sure that they are the next Steve Jobs. But my personal take on this is that even Steve Jobs perhaps did the best work of his life in Pixar and at Apple in utmost humility. The egotist Steve Jobs only got fired from his job. Next, he says that business is just connecting the dots between opportunities and people. He says that try your hands at different yet simple businesses to get a real world feel of dhanda. Like Alok, he himself tried his hands on banking, leak-proof drums for Henkel, and his own family business of socks. The idea is just to go out there, gain experience in life, and find what suits you. But a small disclaimer here, he says that if you get used to cheating and manipulating businesses and people for quick selfish gains, it quickly becomes your nature. The true purpose has to be excellence and not management of lies. Next, he says that for any business, costing is the lifeline of a business and must be appropriated, reviewed, and actioned upon by the owner or the founder himself directly. This exercise of costing requires a granular business understanding. Awareness of micro and macro business matters is very critical. This helps in identifying opportunities, but seizing the opportunity requires hard work and patience. Life itself teaches you about the sales funnel. You can also check out our video about sales by Subroto Bagchi here. He also gives three insights on selling. First, that the third sale is the real sale. Awareness and observation are a salesperson's best friend. The art of storytelling is most important for sales. The art of listening is just as important. Solid sales rehearsals before any meeting are a must. And the third point, be original, interesting, and genuine. Your demeanor must be everything but of a seller. His next lesson is on not being afraid to be termed as a mechanic. He says that seeing is believing and believing is buying. An entrepreneur must always look for ways to improve margins. This, coupled with honesty, will give you the best results. The owner of a business knows his machines inside out. That is how they are able to innovate. So never be afraid of being termed a mechanic. Next is an important take on networking. He says meet people. It's not as networking as few people perceive. It is about knowing more, expanding your horizons in truest sense. I also personally visited a lot of B schools to send this exact message of expanding your horizons. What I personally try and ensure is always try and be the dumbest person in the room at least once a week. The next lesson is on execution. He says that many of us have ideas, some genuinely brilliant, but very few of us do something about them. The important thing is being proactive, leveraging people around you, and initiating the execution. To get a business off the ground, it takes hard, grueling, undying, maniacal effort. If you want to create something unique and valuable, you will have to learn to please and seek. It's a cruel trade off between your ego and your ambition. You must have the ability to wait endlessly outside people's office, waiting for them to call you inside. Next, his take on VC and investments. He says that when an entrepreneur starts doing something innovative, disruptive, and compelling, capital begins to chase the entrepreneur. But the entrepreneur must choose the VC wisely. Let me repeat it. The entrepreneur must choose the VC wisely. That is because the strategic guidance, the hiring insights, connections, and business assistance that a VC brings in far outweighs the value of money that they invest. Next, he says that though fame, fortune, and glory are important, it is utterly futile and silly for an entrepreneur to sacrifice precious personal moments to chase transient business events. Give due importance to your personal life as well. Next is an interesting take on generating revenues. His business Contest to Win was not generating revenues. Why? Because Alok never asked for them. This is the classic case of entrepreneurial passion blindsiding the logic perhaps. Opposed to what he did for his dad's business, he got to the granular level of SKU pricing and costing. Alok did not ask for money for his own business, fearing he might lose the clients and then subsequently his business will close. This is where the right VC can help you with this strategic business guidance. You have to ask for money. Also, cultivating partners and trusting them is vital and crucial to creating a long-term value in the business. Next, he says that never lose or compromise your self-respect for anything, leave alone a business deal. Losing dignity means stooping below the threshold of purpose, intent, and effort. What the entrepreneur must do is keep building his business hour by hour, day by day, year by year. When doing becomes more important than succeeding, everything falls in place. All things start small. I personally remember one of my interactions with Mr. Sanjeev Bikhchandani, the founder of Naukri.com, that dream big, but it's not too bad to start small. So to close, he says that when things go better than expected, don't hurry. Keep your composure on how the client intends to use your product service and then price it for a win-win.